Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday morning service here at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship in Laguna Beach. My name is Pamela Floodman, and I will be serving as your worship associate today, and I feel so grateful to have the opportunity to do this. We are delighted that you have chosen to be here with us this morning, either here in the fellowship building or virtually by Zoom. It is always a joy that we have so many ways in which we can join together. Today, we welcome back to UUFLB Stacy Pendleton, who is joining us this morning to lead us in reflections and a guided meditation, utilizing sound healing, chanting, drum, and crystal singing bowls in the service entitled Earth Medicine, Cultivating Our Sacred Relationship with Mother Earth. Stacy has been a practicing sound and energy healer since 2004, and we are so fortunate that she is also a frequent visitor here at UUFLB. Her use of sound to deepen meditation is an ancient tradition that promotes a deep level of relaxation to foster calm and spiritual healing. And I think with the events that are going on in the world, this is something that we all need to have to help center ourselves so that we can go forth and do the work that we need to be able to do to make a difference in the world. Stacy's healing modality fuses elements of many cultures and beliefs to help move a person from a place of imbalance to a place of balance. Truly a healing for the spirit and for the soul. So welcome, Stacy. We are grateful for the healing and the wisdom which you bring to us today. Each Sunday, anywhere there is a service held in a Unitarian Universalist congregation, a chalice is lit. The flaming chalice is the symbol of our faith. So if you have joined us this morning by Zoom, I invite you to light a chalice within your home as Stacy lights the chalice for us here at UUFLB. Our chalice lighting words today are from the Reverend William Schultz. Come into this place of peace and let its silence heal your spirit. Come into this place of memory and let its history warm your soul. Come into this place of prophecy and power and let its vision change your heart. So thank you, Stacy, again for being with us this morning and for lighting our chalice. At UUFLB, we are a welcoming congregation. Whatever has brought you here this morning, we welcome you to our community of mutual caring and serious intent to grow as spiritual and moral beings. And I want to give many thanks this morning also to everyone here at UUFLB who works together each week to create these opportunities for us to worship together and to be together in community. And I know that essentially everyone who is here this morning quietly steps up and takes care of the tasks that need to be done. I am grateful to Mike and to our board for their leadership, and to the worship committee for working to craft meaningful worship services, working from Nicaragua and Hawaii and here in Laguna Beach. Each week, Carol Cole inspires us with beautiful music, and Carol has been doing this for 2 years from remote. And today is the first day that Carol is here for us to test out whether we can manage a hybrid service with the music coming from here at UUFLB. So Carol, we're so grateful to your dedication and to the beauty and the spiritual nature that you bring to our services. There's also a talented team of individuals who have impressive technical skills, and the list here is long. Dawn, Paul, Dara, Mike, Cindy, Rachel, Kendra, who make sure our services run smoothly and that notices are sent to alert our members and our friends about each upcoming service. And we have another new point that we're trying out today with our cameras for those of you on Zoom to hopefully be able to give you a glimpse of each of the different places within the service today as we move from Carol to me to Stacy with her healing bowls. So again, fingers crossed that things work smoothly today. And finally, I'm grateful to the members of our community who organize the Zoom at Noon discussion group each week, and it's now meeting on Mondays. So if you haven't had a chance to attend the group, I encourage you to give it a try, because connecting with each other is the way in which we build community, and it gives us a base from which we can go out and make a difference in our community here in Laguna Beach and in the world. And although there are so many committed hands working together, there are always more opportunities and more to be done. So if you're looking for a way to be involved, please reach out. And for those of you who are new to our community, please connect with us after service if you would like to be added to our email list so that you can receive advance notice of coming events. So welcome to all. It is good to be together this morning in all of the ways that we join together in worship. So now Dawn will bring up a slide for us, which shows a list of the upcoming services for the remainder of April and a little bit of a glimpse ahead to May. So next week on April 17th, we will be joined by Gregory Caro Boyd, a religious educator and an aspirant for the ministry, who also serves on the Board of Trustees of the Unitarian Universalist Association. And those of you who have heard Greg speak here at UUFLB in previous years will remember that he brings to the pulpit, in this case, it'll be a Zoom pulpit, he brings a powerful voice for what we can achieve as a community of faith. And then on April 24th, it will be the fourth Sunday in April, so that will be our April social justice service. And we will be welcoming Adam Overton and members of CLU, which is the Clergy and Laity United for Economic Justice. And they'll be bringing us details on some of the very current actions that they're involved with here in our community. And then coming up in May, again, just a little glimpse ahead, Emmeline Cordingley, who is a frequent and favorite guest speaker here, and also Reverend Stephanie Etzbach-Dale will be coming on 2 different Sundays in May to lead the service. And we're certainly looking forward to working again with both Emmeline and with Reverend Stephanie. Following today's service, I hope that you have time to stay for a bit and connect with each other, both those of you who are here in the fellowship building and also our attendees on Zoom during the virtual cafe. And we'll set up the laptop probably for those of you in the building to be able to talk with the people on Zoom if you wish to do that. And throughout the service today, for those of you who are here in Laguna Beach, I invite you, if you wish, to come forward and light a candle to commemorate a silent joy or a sorrow. We will be having spoken joys and sorrows later in the service, but you're also welcome to come forward at any point to light a candle of joy or sorrow, if you wish. As Unitarian Universalists, we have 7 principles which we hold as strong values and moral guides as we build religious community together. We live out these principles within a living tradition of wisdom and spirituality, drawn from sources as diverse as science, poetry, scripture, music, personal experience, and including many of the sources that I know Stacy will be incorporating in her part of the service later today. When I was reflecting on our service this morning, with its focus on cultivating our sacred relationship with Mother Earth, I was reminded of the simple power in our 7th principle. As a Unitarian Universalist congregation, we affirm and promote the interdependent web of all existence, of which we are a part. These reflections on the power of our relationship with the earth and the responsibility to care for the earth and for ourselves and for each other led me to our centering thought for this morning. So I'll let Dawn bring the centering thought up onto the slide. And I invite you all to join together with me in reading. If you wish, the words from Reverend Kenneth Patton as our centering thought. And I'll remind you, as some of our long-term friends have reminded us here at the fellowship, as we read, as we speak aloud, think deeply about the words as well. So please join me in reading. Let us worship with our eyes, ears, and fingertips. Let us love
the world
heart
through heart
and mind
and
body.
body.
Thank you. So our opening hymn this morning is number 1062 in the Teal hymnal, O Brother Sun. And so for those of you who are here in the building, you will need your hymnal if you wish to hum or sing along. And I think Dara can help people find additional Teal hymnals or candy if there aren't enough on the back bench there. And this hymn reminds me of our connection to the earth, which is why we chose it for this morning. It's number 1062 in the Teal hymnal. Sorry, 1066. Thank you, Paul. I wrote 1066 in one place and 1062 in another. 1066 in the Teal hymnal, O Brother Sun. And for those of you who are on Zoom, the words will be in the chat.
Good morning, everyone. Let's sing together. Oh, brother sun, you bring us light, all shining round in fiery might. Oh, sister moon, you feel and bless, your beauty shines in tenderness. Oh, brother wind, you sweep the hills, your mighty breath both freshens and fills. Oh, sister water, you cleanse and flow through rivers and streams in ice and snow. Oh, brother fire, you warm our night with all your dancing colored light. Oh, sister earth, you feed all things, all birds, all creatures, all scales and wings. Oh, sister death, you meet us here and take us to our God so near. Oh, God of life, we give you praise for all your creatures, for all your ways.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Carol. Let us take a moment to remind ourselves why we come together as a community. I invite you to read these words together when and if it feels right for you. So if you wish and you're joining us from Zoom, please unmute your microphone. It is powerful when we join our voices together, even when we're a little uncoordinated over Zoom. The words of the unison affirmation will be on your screens. So please join me in reading the words on the two screens of our unison affirmation. May we be
reminded here
of our
highest aspirations
and
inspired to bring our gifts
of
of love
and
and
service
service
to the altar of humanity.
humanity.
May we know once again
that
that we are not
isolated beings,
but
connected in mystery and miracle
universe,
to the universe, to this community,
to each
and
other.
to each other.
We have come to a time in our service to briefly share the important events that have touched our lives in the past week. Our joys, when shared, are magnified. And in sharing our sorrows, we provide the support and the care that are vital for all of us in community. During this time of sharing our joys and concerns, we have paused the recording of the service. To give as it is to receive. And in this self-governing, self-sustaining community, we recognize that it is our responsibility to do both and to do it well. Our fellowship depends on the love and the generous contributions from our members, and we're empowered by the innumerable gifts of those who join in covenant with us: time, compassion, humor, and also financial contribution. All of our gifts generally given are needed for this fellowship and for its continued good work in the world. So during the time of offering, we will be passing a basket within the fellowship, and the information on your screen and in the email that you received announcing the service will provide additional ways in which you can give. So please join us now in singing to each other words of sincere gratitude. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Now, please settle yourself comfortably in your chair. Place your feet perhaps flat on the ground in front of you. Allow your shoulders to relax. Let your face soften. As we breathe in and out, in and out. And please join me for just a short time of silent meditation. So now I would like to invite Stacy Pendleton up to lead the remaining part of the service.
Good morning. Every being plays a role in the web of life, and every instrument of healing, every plant, every animal, every mineral is earth medicine. The drum has long been known among first people to echo the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Everything I treasure most in work and in life revolves around the beauty of the natural world as an emanation of divine energy, our symbiotic relationship with Mother Earth, and the heartfelt belief that we belong to one another, which so resonates with this congregation. Every time we take a walk to clear our heads or swim in the ocean or garden, or sit outside, spending time with our bare feet on the earth, we're intuitively doing what calms and grounds us. Grounding or earthing is receiving the electrical charge from the earth. The earth contains millions of free radicals, and when our skin comes into contact with them, healing electrons flow between the earth and our bodies. A San Diego Research Institute conducted a study on the benefits of grounding for 30 minutes or more. Grounding normalizes cortisol production and improves sleep. And 9 out of 12 people who spend this time grounding wake more refreshed with more energy, experiencing less emotional stress, anxiety, depression, and irritability. It also reduces inflammation. Our bodies are meant to absorb and be healed by nature. This connection recalibrates us, retuning us to the frequency of Mother Earth. And the more we honor this sacred relationship, the more balanced and grounded we feel. The more we separate ourselves, only spending time on screens and inside, the less balanced and harmonious we feel. We become out of tune when we forget where we came from. I wrote a poem about the nurturing power of Mother Earth. When we quietly sit with her, she shares her wisdom and her medicine. It's called Home. Sometimes when we feel displaced, slipping from the hands of grace, sometimes a new foundation's found in the rich and fertile ground. Sometimes when we feel alone, no love or family to call home, we take a breath, we fill our lungs, we bloom at night, the jasmine comes, we feel the sunrise deep within, we find a home beneath our skin. Each chamber of our beating heart, reminding us that every part, this sacred earth, this firelight, this cosmic mystery of the night, they are our love, they are our home. We've never truly been alone. Every element, our family, each breath and bloom, our home. The earth is one of the most powerful spiritual teachers, deserving of deep reverence and care. Chief Black Elk shared this sentiment: as you walk upon this earth, treat each step as a prayer. Walking the earth with loving intentions is powerful. The earth thrives on balance, just like we do. Everything we eat, everything we consume carries a footprint. The closer we live to nature, the more pure ingredients we put into and onto our bodies and use in our homes and our gardens, and the more recycled materials we use to furnish those homes and gardens, the more our collective health improves and the more the health of the planet improves. Meditating in nature yields life lessons, and even the smallest creatures can be great teachers. I learned a lesson from bees about perceiving fear either as an adversary or as a teacher. Two people can have very different experiences with the same bee. One will fear the bee and run from it. The other will open their hand, offering a welcoming place for the bee to rest. The person who runs from fear, shooing it away, is more likely to get stung, unconsciously provoking that which they've been trying to ignore. And the person who sits with fear has the opportunity to learn from it, consciously removing the power fear could wield in governing their life. As a kid, I ran from bees. I'd been stung a couple of times and my head and my arms swelled up like balloons. So I wanted to do everything I could to avoid getting stung again. So as I grew older, I saw fear overtaking two people who were very close to me. So I felt just very rattled at the core by everything that was transpiring around me. So I went outside to settle myself. And as I sat, a bee landed in the palm of my hand. And I realized it was time to begin transforming my own relationship with fear. We sat together for quite a while, and the bee felt safe with me, so I started to feel safe with the bee. And now I love bees so much, I have a favorite spot outside next to rosemary plants that vibrates with the buzzing of bees, and I go and I lie next to them and I feel the healing frequencies of their buzzing over and around me. It's actually a very peaceful feeling. When we run from ourselves in an attempt to avoid pain, we're going to get stung. When we transform our relationship with fear, we begin to integrate it as another part of our human experience, one that visits from time to time, one that loses its ability to rule us when we treat it as a visitor with lessons to teach, as opposed to an invader that takes up permanent residence within us, unconsciously influencing our behavior and decisions. A healing song came through in meditation recently that I'd like to share with you. As I play it, I invite you to close your eyes, receive, and breathe. Excerpt from Black Elk Speaks. I was standing on the highest mountain of all, and round about beneath me was the whole hoop of the world. And while I stood there, I saw more than I can tell and understood more than I saw. For I was seeing in a sacred manner the shapes of all things in spirit, and the shape of all shapes as they must live together like one being. And I saw the sacred hoop of my people was one of many hoops that made one circle, wide as daylight and as starlight. And in the center grew one mighty flowering tree to shelter all children of one mother and one father. And I saw that it was holy. Before we transition into sound healing meditation, I offer this simple prayer. May all rivers converge to restore balance. May all paths converge to create peace. May all people converge to create understanding. May we all emerge as one light. I invite you now to once again place your feet on Mother Earth, feeling all the connecting points of your feet with the earth. Beginning to feel the belly rising and falling rhythmically with breath. Breathing in, receiving, grounding, cleansing, clarity, calming energy that soothes and supports you. As you breathe out, releasing any residual stress or tension of the day, of the week, of the world. Reconnecting with that peaceful home within the seat of your soul. Into the sound of the surrounding birds, feeling their medicine. Feeling the gentle cleansing breeze that fills the sanctuary. Feeling the impact of the cleansing earth element flowing over and around you. Connecting with the subtle sweet fragrance of flowers and all blooming things, all healing medicinal herbs that cover, surround the earth. The strength and stability of the 1,000-year-old oak trees reside within our nearby canyons. Leaning into them. Perhaps visualizing yourself leaning against one of these ancient, beautiful trees. Connecting with your own root system. Connecting with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Connecting all of us as one.
I'm letting the ringing of the bowls finish. I don't know if you can still hear them, but I'm close to them and they're still vibrating. Thank you, Stacy, so much for bringing your thoughts and your music and your invitation to us to quiet ourselves and connect with the earth. We're so grateful that you were here today. And one of the ways in which we are going to show our thanks is joining in our closing hymn together with Carol. And the hymn is We Give Thanks. And I hope I have the number right this time. It's in your teal hymnal, number 1010, number 1010. We give thanks. Please join me.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for our gathered here and those far away, for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for our gathered here and those far away, for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
Now is the time for us to extinguish the chalice here at UUFLB and within our homes. We extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So now, please stand if you wish, perhaps form a circle here within the fellowship, perhaps from Zoom. Feel in your mind that you're forming a circle together with us as we join in our closing song.
Peace that was meant to be. Have a lovely day.